Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude LR4. And this is episode 225. The Frozen Prince arrives. Guys, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend. We got a lot of things to cover tonight. I've gathered a lot of little bits and pieces, information here and there, some announcements and all that fun stuff. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-host. We've got Rick.
Hi.
We got Ryan.
Hello.
So, how was everybody's 4th of July weekend? Let me go to you, Rick. How was that for you, man? You probably worked. Yeah. Did you work mostly?
Well, let's see. Technically, today was supposed to be a mandatory day. But I told them, a couple months ago, oh, hell no, since it ain't overtime quota in PTO. So, no, I didn't work this week.
Ryan, did you, I think you were you off that Friday?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. You guys all did a little get together.
Yeah, I need a bigger grill and a bigger spatula because that was hell.
Well, I'm sure it was hell just cooking out there in the heat.
It was hot. Smoke was in my face. I was crying and everything. I'm just like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just trimmed my kids.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I did the lawn Friday, and it was a pain.
Yeah, during the time I started to the time I finished doing the hedges, the temperature went up 10 freaking degrees.
Yeah.
Like, I was unconscious for a couple hours afterwards due to dehydration.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need one of those. I think you should get one of those neck fans or something if you're doing something. Those actually really help a little bit.
I had a headband. I had a thing around my neck that would come out of the freezer. I had a couple more of the headbands wrapped around my arms. And yeah. And not to mention, I started at like 8 o'clock in the morning when it was in the low 70s.
Weird.
So getting heat is my kryptonite.
So we got some really sad news this week, which we did not know about. You guys remember Masked Rider? When he made his debut on Power Rangers, TJ Roberts, was that his name? I think his name was Robbins. I can't remember what his last name was. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Let me see. Go to Marvel. Let me see what work. But get there. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. Come on, did I just miss it? No, I did not.
I saw that and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of it.
Father put it out.
Yeah.
Apparently it happened a couple years ago.
Around the same year that Jason A. Frank passed.
Ted Jane Roberts.
Thank you. Ted Jane Roberts. He goes by TJ Roberts. Thank you. So, he played Prince Dex of Edemoy, the Masked Rider, and we found out that he actually passed away in 2022, June 6th of 2022. which was a big shock to everybody in the fandom. He was in one of the kind of like the spin-off series, the continuation of his story, of Masked Rider and everything after Power Rangers, when he made his debut on the first. How many episodes was that? 4 or 3? The first 4 episodes of season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Brandon Need was 3 episodes because
3 episodes.
In the Quest was 4.
Okay, so it was 3 episodes. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that's a shame. You know, we didn't know. None of us in the fandom knew that he passed. It was confirmed by his dad on social media, and so yeah. This goes out to all his friends and family. Our condolences at LR4. It's a shame. It would have been great to meet him at a convention and gotten to talk about his experience on Masked Rider and everything. Because he's a well-known martial artist too. He's done a lot of. He did a movie called The Magic Kid. It was kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but he's done a lot of good. He's studied martial arts his whole life. So
makes you wonder how that was kept under wraps.
I mean, I'm guessing during the time he wasn't really doing much acting as much. I mean, he was like most of people that work with Saban. I think didn't really do as much acting. I know Brad Hawkins from VR Troopers. He got into doing anime and everything, just like Johnny on Bosch. He did one. I can't remember what show it was. He did, but he got it. And then also Brad Hawkins also got into doing country music. But other than that, I
think talking because of his connection with Saban, if he's a well-known martial artist, you think that a lot of people in that would have noticed him disappearing.
Well, I mean, they probably wanted to keep
that for a while too.
I think they wanted to keep it out of the media because of it happened like 3 years ago. Was it like 3? That was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago he passed, and it was a big shock to everybody. And like I said, it was a big shock to everybody, even me. I'm like, at first when I read about it, I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be real. This has got to be one of those hoax that somebody cooked up. And then due to the fact is, they looked into it, and his father did post something about it. The actress that played his adopted mom in Masked Rider, Candace, can't remember how to pronounce her last name, but she posted something about, and it's a shame, like I said, but but other than that, we wish his family, his friends the best, and hopefully, people can remember him.
Now, did it say what he passed up?
It did not say. They did not really disclose any information on how he passed or what he passed from. But other than that, guys, show some support by any memories from the show from Masked Rider, because that was another show that was really good. It was a fun series. Unfortunately, it didn't last after one season. So
they kind of used up almost all the usable footage.
Well, that's the thing with Saban, because they don't. If you notice, like for example, in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Juleja, I mean, you guys watched the full series of Juleja. I've never watched the full series of Juleja. They added a lot of footage from certain episodes of Juleja into Day of the Dumpster. So there's an example right there. They did not go in order. They just decided to skip corners. And then that's basically, we all know the story. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our first segment topic of the evening, which is we are entering the Super Sentai Zone. And as usual, guys, we do our episode rates for Gojuger. And I decided to change the font color for this part because it's round 2 of Gojuger. I got a little light blue looking Arctic color, and we will be reviewing it. We'll be giving our rate and thoughts on episode 16, True Savior number 1. So I'm going to start off here. This basically what it does in the beginning. It starts off kind of like how the first episode started off. Well, not kind of, it does, but in a different sense. The guy that becomes Goju Wolf does not remember anything. And he's working in the convenience store. I think that's or the gas station convenience store.
Yeah, that he had been fired from.
Yep, and everything has changed. Even the other 4 have changed as well, which is kind of just it's a weird way how they changed them. Because after after the whole event of episode 15, everything basically changed with the birth of Tega. I can't pronounce that. What was that called? I know. I thought in English was the Tega Knuckle or something. Yeah. So the birth of that, which ends up becoming Goodaban. So this episode was a really good setup for the 6th Ranger in Gojuger, and it's funny because of how his henshin is awesome. When he transforms, he's still in the gown or the robe that you see right here in this photo, and then when he takes it off, then it finishes the transformation. It was a great episode. I like how they introduced his character and explained his backstory in this episode because he wasn't. He won the first time. He was the one that was piloting Pegasaur, and he was the first Goju Wolf before becoming Goju Polar. So I'm going to give this episode a 10. It was really awesome. It was a really good setup, and his wish is to become a god. Basically, not basically. He wants to become a god.
He wants to replace Tegasword.
Mm-hmm. And I do like how when he takes the Sentai ring and he turns it like to an Arctic blue, they call it the polar ring, and I thought that was freaking awesome. So I'm giving it a 10. Great episode. Rick?
Oh, yes. So, one thing that you forgot to mention was the alternate opening for the episode.
I was going to say that too, but
yeah. So, yeah, you definitely got to watch it. They redo the entire thing to be him. I do find it interesting that he was the first Goju Wolf. And was piloting Tegasaur during episode 0, essentially.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or the first couple seconds of the first episode.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder, how many times has the universe been reset?
That was a good question, honestly.
And how many other people have been?
So, what would you rate this episode, Rick?
It's definitely a 10.
Okay.
It's definitely a 10.
Yeah. So, Ryan, what about you, man? What did you think of this episode and
I enjoyed it. I liked the intro to it. How it's focused on him. Honestly, I wish they would have just continued with it. But I mean, I do like how he's included in their regular intro with stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a fairly good episode. Kind of like how he's just like, I guess you would say he's arrogant just because he's like, I've done this before, I can do it again, I don't need your help. And they're just like, dude, like, what the hell? And yeah, like, I mean, you figure out like his dream is like, you know, I would say screw take his sword, but like he's like, I pretty much could do a better job than him, so my dream is virtually to become a god.
Right.
And I like how he's more of like at the episode at the beginning where he's at the convenience store and he stops the mugging, and then he gives him the here's my here's your receipt, here's how much you owe me for saving the day or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not paying this.
Freaking what was that character? That his weapon and his basically sidekick, kind of like Saba.
He's his
What's his name?
receipt.
Barakuma.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's like, hey, you owe me this. He's like, I'm not paying this. And then he keeps doing it. Like at the end of the day, like he keeps sending it, and Wolf's just like tearing it up. Like, I'm not paying this. Like, you can get fuck off. And then
Yeah.
That was an interesting turn of events for that.
Now, another thing is this is proving similar concept in a way to Kamen Rider Bill, or Kamen Rider Gates. World Reset.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So, Ryan, what would you rate this episode?
I'll give it a 10.
Okay,
I'll give it a 10 as well.
cool. So we got 3 10s. That's 20 down the board right there. 3 10s. 30. Thank you. 30.
Learn to do math.
You got a calculator on your phone.
The education system.
All right, so the next episode we'll be rating is episode 17, Shine Brightly, #1 Sports Day. So basically, this is dealing with field day and everything, and they got to play these. Oh God, I remember in elementary school, or I can't remember if it was elementary school. I think it was elementary school. We did field day. Who here remembers field day?
Track and field day. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember it.
I hated field day. Tug of war. It was just that's the last way of doing things in elementary school and everything. And the kid in this, he didn't want to do it either. But this episode was really fun. It does tell how basically Goshu Polar, before he become Goshu Polar, he's actually ancient. He was turned to stone, but the Goodaban or the Fist found him and picked him as the one to become Goshu Polar. So
yeah,
that was an interesting way to explain it. And this episode again, it was a fun episode. It had more of a. Sometimes this show has its comedic moments. Japan. They like to do little comedic, funny things in it. I'm gonna give this episode a 10. It was still fun. And I like it. The no one monster is kind of representing a lot of the field day stuff on him, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rick, what about you, man?
So, we do learn that Goju Polar is 10,000 years old. It was frozen for 10,000 years. So, again, leads to the question, how many other times has this occurred?
Right.
And that's why I was saying, with the previous one, it does give a Kamen Rider Gates kind of feel, because if you watched it, Ace had basically lived since times. So, he the long life, stuff like that, the resetting the world. But it also makes you wonder, how many times has the world been reset with the current team, and how did they go from their alternate lives back to their normal lives in just an episode?
Right. So, what would you rate this episode?
With the track and field and everything, it did make people remember school. It's still a 10.
Okay. All right, Ryan, what did you think of this episode?
I do find it interesting, like going back to Polar, because he's used. I guess he's used to doing stuff by himself, where he can just kind of get away with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like their first game is trying to get like the bags in the basket, I guess.
Yeah.
And the no ones are shooting at him. He's like, well, that's cheating. And they're looking at the rest, and the rest not even paying attention. So he's like, all right, I got an idea. So he summons Good Burn, and he just kind of hammers the thing down to the ground, and they just drop it in. He's like, we win. He's like, yeah, you guys got disqualified for cheating. He's like, but they were doing it first. And they're like, they're probably already have this rigged. So then you go to the track and field one, or the three-legged race, and that's where you learn about Polar, how old he is, and Blue and Red are like, we got to work together. So they morph and they end up winning. And they're like, we win, and they're like, no, we'll give it to this guy because you're supposed to tie your legs with a white band. You have a red one, so they win. He's like, what the heck? So then, was it the last game? Is the game of once they tag, like
some type of tag, or
it's the one where they're getting the ribbons off the
it's like chicken fights or something.
So
like
so he wins the first round with helping the kid, trying to encourage him about track and field, and then he goes over to the ref and he's like, hey, I'll give you this hammer if you vote for us to win, or kind of let us win or whatever. So they win, and then at the end he's like, no, we won. I got the most points. He's like, no, Polar actually has the most points. He's got the hammer in his hand. He's like, oh. And then they get into like the big fight, and he's like, why would you turn on me? He's just got this big hammer in his hand. I think with the aspect of it, I'll give it 10.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, these episodes have little comedic parts in it. Kind of like this next one, episode 18, Mystery GP. The detective is in the village.
Oh yeah.
This is episode 18, and I think it's kind of funny that every single character, basically, because the no one has the ability. It's like a detective and everything, and she's a private investigator.
Detective.
I think a detective. And as she's trying to solve this mystery, she everybody keeps end up dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what? And then after the fact that Goju Polar shows up, he gets trapped in it too because he shows up out of nowhere. And go to find out the actual murder is his freaking partner, Bear Kuma. It was very odd, but again, I try not to go into too much details with the episodes, but it's very interesting because Goju Unicorn challenges Goju Polar in the Tegas Sword Black, and then whatchamacallit, Goju Wolf basically tags in, and they're about to fight each other, but somebody shows up.
The no one investigator.
Oh, hold on. Somebody shows up. The Black Daijujin.
Make your hands off.
Oh yes.
But the Black Daijujin doesn't just show up with that. Oh, Alyssa's been texting me, by the way. One sec, guys.
Ooh.
Okay. Anyway, so this is where the deluxe. All right, this is where the deluxe Robo Universe comes in. Makes the debut of Universe Daijujin, which I think is awesome, and that's how the episode ends. But like I said, I'm giving this episode 10 because it was very funny and it was very cool how they ended the episode leading to the next one. So let me go ahead and go to Rick. Rick?
Oh yes. So it's funny that the entire murder mystery starts with the death of one of the lead foot soldiers. You know, the very individuals that they've literally been slicing and dicing for 17 previous episodes. So for that to be the figure that kick-starts the entire investigation, that is interesting. You know, and then of course Goju Unicorn figuring out based on clues from the No One's Body how to beat it, utilizing Go Onjer RPM.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then, of course, the arrival of Black Daijujin, which then transforms into Universal Daijujin, which was amazing. I am hoping a future mini plot includes the parts to do that, considering we're getting the Black Daijujin in mini plot 3. And it does appear that the mini plot 3 will not break down to the individual Zords. It looks like it's going to be more in line with the deluxe Robo version in terms of, you know, being made for being the Megazord than anything else. I've also noticed several of the connection joints are opposite from what the regular Daijujin is from the SMP line. So it's giving me hope. But if you collect the deluxe Robo stuff, well, the next few years are probably going to have Sentai showcasing it more often.
Okay. So what would you rate this?
This is definitely an 11.
This is what?
An 11.
Oh, it's 11. Okay, wow, he's going up higher.
Yes.
Bun.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Ryan. There was a loud.
Oh, you're good.
All right. So anyway,
it was the ring thing.
Go ahead.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I liked it. It was interesting, especially with finding out Goju Polar's partner was the one that was the culprit. And he's like, I just want to die. He's gonna deep fry himself or something. And then the Universal Daijujin at the end was pretty cool. Wasn't this the birth of the new combination, or is that next?
That would be the next one we're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it 10 as well.
All right. So we got 31.
Yeah. Oh, also forgot. We do learn where Barracuda came from.
Yes.
He was a teddy bear.
Oh wow. Huh. Did not that must have slipped my
It was
mind. Then.
mentioned as a passerby.
All right, so now the next episode, which we were just going to be getting into, is episode 19, Whiteburn with Two Hearts. And yeah, speaking of that, boom, if you guys haven't gotten the Good Burn yet, this thing is awesome. I just wanted to bring it out. It's very putting this thing together. If you ever watch my live toy reviews, it's a pain trying to put these together because you don't have the instructions right in the box, but you have to actually scan the QR code on the back of the box in order to find the instructions. And the instructions are kind of all over the place. So, but either way, there's a
Well,
look at that the figure right there.
Google Translate.
Yeah, but let me go ahead and get into this episode. Continuing off of the episode 18. Episode 19 was really good. I like the debut of Take a Sword, Whiteburn. It was freaking awesome. It's an awesome design. And we actually get to meet that character. It was somebody that helped him when he was a kid, which is kind of funny. I thought that was his mother at first when they first did that, but no, somebody that was helping him, some random person just helped him in the no one world. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this episode 10 right off the bat. It's really good. Rick,
It's interesting that they were trying to have him go on a date. But pretty considering, uh, she was an adult when he was little.
yeah,
But culturally different. Uh, but at the end of the day, she already knew she wasn't.
but
It's definitely a trend. Although we did also get to find out who was piloting Universal Daijujutsu.
yep,
It was our oh god, what's his name? Oh god, the brother of
yep,
so
the Ring Hunter, yep,
uh,
Garuda.
yeah. Trying to think what I'm going to rate the episode. It was good. But I don't think it's a 10.
I thought you already gave it a 10. I thought you already gave it a 10.
Well, give it a 9.
Okay, I thought you gave it 10. But all right, that's fine. Sorry that Ryan, you were having some weird feedback again.
No.
So go ahead and give your thought on this episode and give your rate.
I enjoyed it for the fact that it kind of made Goju Wolf seem vulnerable. Like how he's just like, I don't care, I don't have a dream or worry or any of this stuff, and then you got someone from his past who actually has a connection with, and like I kind of like went in and out of the episode, and then like the part where they finally get time to do whatever or like be at peace because the teammates are falling like trying to like do this. He was like, just leave me alone, guys. And right before she mentions something, she gets blasted and stuff like that. So then she before she leaves, she tells him something, and yeah, about like how she knows that she's not alive anymore, that she wanted to at least come back to see him. one last time and stuff, and he never really got a chance to tell her how he felt. So it kind of gave him more of his purpose or his dream of what he wants now, I
Right.
guess. Um, I I'll give it a 10.
I mean, I agree with Rick on the whole thing about the age. It's just weird though, because I mean, the thing is, she didn't age because she was dead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and he was a kid at the time when he met her like
yeah.
that.
That's I was saying I was kind of going in and out of the episode, and I was like, okay, who's this? And then she's like, she helped me out when I was a kid. I'm like, how was she the same then? And then
It
yeah,
explained it so.
yeah.
But yeah, there's our episode rates for Gojuger. And this actually ends this arc of episodes for episode. And now we're getting to the next arc. I'll be changing back the color to gold. That's my plan for the font. But yeah, that's this series has been doing very well, and I've been enjoying it. Rick, what about you, man? Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah.
That's good. Ryan, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's been on 20 episodes already. It seems like it's been going longer, just because
Yeah,
of like just the big change that they did in these last 6 episodes with restarting the world or the universe and stuff. Like that is a
it goes.
big thing that should have been an ending.
Yeah, it does go by quick when it comes to Sentai. You think that, like, okay, so it just felt like yesterday we just started this series, this season, and we're like 20 episodes in, which just came out today, but it's crazy how quick it goes by.
Yeah.
But, so now, guys, we have a trailer for an upcoming, I think it's one of the upcoming summer movies that they have for Gojuger. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at that. Let me pull that up real quick. There it is. Here we go.
なったなテガソードよすまない小獣じゃテガソードを救うため最強の敵に挑め貴様たちは滅ぶのだ売られた喧嘩は買ってやる行くぜおーナンバーワン戦隊小獣じゃ復活のテガソード
So this is coming out this month, actually, July 25th. So, guys, this is basically a little bit of the origin story of Tegasaur. So it's going to be very interesting of how they're going to be, what they're going to be doing with this. I'm looking forward to it. Rick, what about you?
Yes, definitely looking forward to it. I don't think it's an origin.
Are you sure?
Based on what I saw for a translation of the name, it almost sounds like Pegasaur gets beat, and they have to try to bring it back.
Okay. But either way, it looks like a good movie. Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks good. I wonder if they're going to be able to summon a lot of the universal rings that they have.
I do think it's interesting they have, I think, Akka Red or Akka, I can't remember what his name was, and Go Ranger.
Yeah.
So yeah, Akka Ranger. I think it was Akka Ranger. That's what his name was, not Akka Red. Akka Ranger. So yeah, looks like a good movie. Continuing on with the Super Sentai Zone, guys. If you guys really. Dog knows our dog knows sign language. If he needs water, he puts his paw on the thing and starts going like that. He's just such a funny dog. Anyway, so guys, if you've owned the mini plot of the Julanja, then you'll probably get and if you got the clear version of Dragon Caesar and Daijujin, You're gonna want this, the clear version of Brachion. I think that's what his name is, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, Brachion. Yep. The Shogoken modeling project clear version.
Yep.
And guys, it is on Tokullectibles for full payment, and there is a payment plan too. The full payment is $245. So that means, if you pay in full, you don't have to worry about shipping or anything like that. It does come with the extra thing where it's supposed to help you keep it, safe and secure when it ships. The payment plan is $65. So if you go for the payment plan, you'll just be paying it off. I think it's a monthly thing. Is that what it is? You do payment plan. And that's what it is.
That I do not know. I haven't used it.
Yeah.
If
Ryan,
it's anything, I'd say if it's anything like the deposit stuff, they would probably send you an invoice every so often to let you know, payments due or whatever, and then your last one will be due when it's ready to ship.
Okay.
That's my guess.
So yeah, guys, if you're interested in getting this, the direct link in the description below. It's the estimated shipping is November of this year. So guys, don't miss out on your chance on getting this. Rick, you have all of these, right?
Yes, I have it in the regular version. Yeah. I am not buying the clear.
Ryan, weren't you going to go for the original one before they?
A long time ago, because I was thinking about downsizing too, but I'm like, I already got them. I've got this Shigoken one. I've got the Legacy one. I don't have the original color. I have the black and gold one, which is now in pieces somewhere. But I was like, I've got them.
Yeah. I still think it's kind of funny how the black and gold Titanus was a lot less than what the Titanus was.
Oh,
the Legacy one was released, and it was like $100 something for the black and gold Titanus, but the regular one was
like $800.
No, well,
if you find it online, it was 800. But if you found it,
Toys R Us, it was like 200. It was like 200.
Yeah.
So yeah. But guys, also another Shogoken, another mini plot to continue the collection for your Mega Rangers. Not Mega Ranger, sorry. Magic Ranger. The Saint Kaiser. So
it actually comes with something else surprise to see.
Yeah.
And it's
almost thought about getting it, but not for the price.
Yeah. It's $150 for the full payment. Deposit $75. And it is available on Tokullectibles right now. The estimate shipping is November of this year. Guys, always look at the release calendar because that will give you a specific date when it's going to be when it comes available, when they start planning to ship out everything. These might come in sometimes it can be delayed, sometimes it can be on time. Who knows? That's why they have that release calendar on there. So keep an eye on that, and also go to the direct link in the description. Definitely don't miss out on your chance on getting this. So, but with that said, this is the end of our Super Sentai Zone. So, yeah. I mean, a lot of cool things coming from Super Sentai. I mean, it's funny how we're getting more stuff from Super Sentai than we are Power Rangers. with this hiatus, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, we're going to be moving on to our next topic, and that is Rick Boom time. Now, if Rick's going to look up the articles, what I did with this one instead, due to the fact is we don't have an article from Morphin Legacy yet for the next issues that are coming out. They have shown on Comic Geeks, which me and Rick and Ryan, you have Comic Geeks, don't you?
I do not. I need to get it though.
Yeah, so they do have variant covers for Power Rangers Prime issue 10, and then the variant covers for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 issue 2. But since we don't have anything else from that, I'm waiting to do that for Rick's topic. But I figure since we do have something to talk about for his topic, it has to do with some direct reserve copies, everything from Boom Studios. So I gave Rick that opportunity to do that. So Rick, let me know when you're ready. Rick?
Let's see.
Okay,
I'm looking right now. I think what's on here is.
You want to look at the one with the cover for Caitlin VR Trooper, VR Caitlin. That's the foil cover. I think that's issue.
Direct foil exclusive.
Yes,
That was for issue 1.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got this direct foil cover exclusive. So limited to 200. This is a special cover. Boom Direct Reserve. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
I do think it's interesting. Is that a scythe or a sickle? What is that? Because there's a blade right there cut off.
I think that's the blade from the guy that's got the wrist blades.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh,
Because that looks like it might be like a bow staff or some kind of thing. Because the way the blade is set up, it'd be a funky scythe.
Yeah.
Again, I gotta say, VR Troopers being in a Power Ranger comic is awesome. I like how they connect two universes into one comic series. It's awesome. I love how they do that. And you know how they gave the spin-off comic for VR Troopers. It's cool too. So next up, Rick, the next article you want to go to is for the first look at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 issue 1. And okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I am out there.
Well, I'm going to pull up the variant so you can.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have much information here. First looks, of course, you got main cover. Yes, there. So, that is. So, with the title sequence and everything on it, it would be cover C. In the version that you have there, it is the 1 in 20 cover.
Is that supposed to be Kimberly up there?
Well, yeah, Kimberly in the Ranger suit, And the other individual with her is April O'Neil. Yeah, you have Kimberly in the actual Ranger suit, and then the girl in the yellow jacket is April O'Neil. She's got the Channel 6 microphone in her hand. Makes you rethink April O'Neil.
Yeah. All I could say is damn. Oh, wow. Ryan?
Want to make their own crossover movie? Oh, made one.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, let's get into the next variant. That is
a black and white cover here, which is the 1 in 10. So, I mean, this is also a nice cover.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the next cover, let's see.
Yeah.
I like this one. That's one of them.
That one. With title sequence, it is cover N. Without title sequence, it is the 1 in 50.
Okay, is that it for these covers? I'm trying to think of that's it for this one.
Please tell me the one I'm hoping we go off this next one.
So, just to let you guys know, these are actually the looks at the variants and everything. We've already done all the other variants in the previous episode.
Yep.
I didn't show off the artwork for the first look at the comic. If you guys want to check it out yourself, you're more than welcome to. I mean, I've read all 6 issues. Was it? No, it's all 5 issues of Ninja Turtles. Is that right?
I believe the first 2 comic crossovers were 5 issues each.
Yeah.
That's
so yeah, I haven't read Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 yet. I haven't read those yet, so I'm going to be getting to that at some point. Because I'm still trying to finish up Necessary Evil. I mean, I'm almost there. So, yeah. I'm glad they're continuing this crossover.
Oh, yes. And issue 1 here comes out August 13th.
And I do think it's amazing that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers they've done very well. I don't know if they're going to do a third one for that because I don't know anything about that. For Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
They are.
Yeah.
Although the second one ended in a way where it's not necessary, but yeah.
So yeah. Moving things around, Ryan.
Getting stuff out of the dishwasher. That's all.
You're aggressively getting out of the dishwasher.
It's trying to convert something from a different size to a smaller size sucks.
Yeah. So
the dishwasher would just obey.
But this thing's being like a little kid's play set.
Oh. So, what do you think of this? I mean, Ryan, did you ever? I mean, I know you've been reading the comics and everything. Well, I mean, you will be continuing once I give you those other ones I bought you. So, will you continue doing the? I mean, I think you said you would do the crossovers and everything.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I started Mighty Morphin. I have
the last Ronin comic book or whatever version that is.
Yeah.
So having that, I mean, yeah, I'd definitely jump into this one too.
Yeah, I mean, the stories are really great. Considering, what we got for Power Rangers in Space and Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, it was it was one of those things.
But like, knowing what you get out of the comic books of like a darker version
right
of each, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, also they can do so much more with comics because they're not into budgetary constraints.
Mm-hmm. And it's not really. I mean, I'd say it'd be targeted to kids, but it'd be more targeted to like the teens into adults. Yes, the demographic would be higher. So yeah.
All right, Rick, are you ready for the next article? Because I don't know if this is the one you were thinking of, but
the next cover.
Not the next cover, but this.
Oh. No, the next cover I thought you were going to show for Ninja Turtles Power Rangers was the Brady Bunch one.
Oh, all right, we already did that one, remember? That was last episode. So we already we went to that one already, so we were good on that. But yeah, go ahead and go to this one real quick.
Right, yeah. This is issue 8 draft. That came out this week. Yay. Yes. So Power Rangers Prime number 8, direct reserve exclusive. Yeah. So this one is Orion. And all of his now Ranger color. Now my question is, will the actor that played Orion in Super Mega Force get a helmet or Prime Pink and for conventions?
I don't know, man. That'd be interesting. I think it's kind of interesting that Orion ends up becoming a Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
In this whole alternate what if universe.
Yes.
Of Power Rangers. So this is pretty cool.
The fact that this literally is Super Mega Force Silver as the Prime Pink Ranger.
Now, the thing is, before you continue on, well, how many are available? Do they have
this is
I don't think this is the limited one.
It does not actually say that there's a limit.
Okay.
So I don't, because this one is not foil, I don't think they actually put a limit.
No, what I was going to say was that this goes back to whole Hasbro and them doing original ideas. Boom Studio can do this. Hasbro, you can do this. I mean, we know that, there's going to be something work with Disney Plus and the reboot's going to be a whole original thing. It's not going to be any connection to, the whole storyline. It's going to be a whole new thing. Well, it just boggles my mind. But Ryan, what do you think of this cover?
That's pretty cool.
And I do think it's funny. It's the first ever male Ranger.
Didn't see his legs. I'm like, where is that connected to? And realized, I saw the lines. So look at that.
It's funny because this is the first ever male Pink Ranger.
Is this the one where they had issues with like the previous covers where they couldn't tell if it was like a purple or pink?
Yeah.
And the artist had to clarify what color it was.
It was a digital
rendering.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it was Orion that they had that issue with.
Yeah. So.
I think it's a cool design.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I don't understand why it's like that. Anyway, you got one more article, Rick, and then you'll be good.
I thought I was done.
It should be the one for VR Troopers #2 first look.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad they did
Over
first.
here.
You only have 2 variants that you have to really pay attention to for that. So here's that one right there.
I just want to get it pulled up. So, yeah. All right. So this cover here is the with title sequence would be cover H. In this version, it is the 1 in 50 cover.
Okay.
It is nice. It does give the old design of the suits from the 90s show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, that's nice. It's nostalgic.
And then the next one, let's go to that one.
Oh, yeah. So that one there. That one is solely the 1 in 5. Wow. I don't normally get a 1 in 5. I like it. Good to see them with their civilian form, and you got a poster of them in the background.
And then you see Jeb.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm watching you.
So, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to explain this real quick, guys. The reason why I did this is because, something for his topic. And, these were announced, so I figured, I think there's a cutoff date for the final cutoff of these issues somewhere. I think tomorrow is the final cutoff date for some of these. We can order them through Boom directly. I think.
Well, I know some of those were still orderable.
Okay. Yeah, I think it only lasts up to tomorrow. So Rick, what do you say?
Huh?
I said, what do you say about that? Make sure to.
I mean, if you're interested in them, order them.
Yep.
Otherwise, support your local comic shops.
That's it of Rick's Boom Prime Time for you guys. We're trucking along with these topics. Next topic we are going to be doing is another episode rate, but it's for this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. And we are rating episode 2, High Five. Again, nothing very different from what we got in the past. Very nostalgic. It was good. It's always cool to see rewatch these episodes. Gives us something to watch for the time being until Hasbro shows us what is coming. So, I mean, Hasbro, get on that. For nostalgic purposes, I'm giving this episode 10. I like it. It was a really good episode. Back then, it was good as it was when it was back then. And what is very funny, I want to mention this. I didn't mention this last time for Day of the Dumpster. If you guys watch carefully in Day of the Dumpster, you'll notice that they are wearing that. Jason and Billy are wearing the communicators, but they are hidden on their sweatbands on their wrist. You have to go back and watch when Jason's teaching the class and he has this watch on there and it's the communicator before they get the communicator in episode 2. So, I mean, Ryan, did you notice that in episode 1?
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it now.
Yeah, because in the sweat, because they're wearing Billy's wearing his blue sweatband, and he's covering up the communicator. You can see it right there. Same with Jason, and it's very noticeable. You can catch it right away. Like, wait a minute, they don't have these yet. They didn't get these yet. What? So maybe they thought they were going to be using them in that episode, but they realized, oh wait, this is the first episode. Whoops. Or maybe they wanted them to get used to the feeling on their wrist. I don't know. But Rick, what did you think of High Five? I mean, going back to reading and watching it.
All right. I mean, it was a little sharper on the colors, but other than that, no. As to what you were saying, we got to remember some of the footage for Day of the Dumpster was not originally going to be part of the premiere.
Right.
A lot of the original handful of episodes, they filmed a lot of scenes and then spliced the stuff together.
Yeah, well, because they had
So,
two different. Well, actually, they had three different pilots.
yes,
The one with Audrey Dubois.
Yep. The other one was Day of the Dumpster, and the third one actually was reused as part of another episode.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's the lost one that we actually got to see without knowing we got to see it.
Yeah.
Overall, taking in what it was at the time and everything, it was definitely a fun flashback. So, yeah, I'll give it a 10.
Okay. Ryan, what about you, man?
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
But I mean, I did watch the first episode, and I mean, for nostalgia purposes, I mean, it makes you feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
I do say it's better than the 2010 stuff. Like you mentioned that, I'm like, I have to go back and watch it, and I did. I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because, I mean, we all know why they did the 2010 version, because they were still under contract. Disney was still under contract for Power Rangers, and they didn't want to do a full-on new season because they wanted to end it. They wanted to say, okay, we're done.
Little money, but still have the toy commercial.
And they're like, you know what? We can still salvage. We can still make money off this. We're gonna just put a bunch of editing in Mighty Morphin, and then we're gonna re-release the toys, and that way, there you go. But that's how they basically were doing it. But I mean, granted, it wasn't meant. The 2010 version, let's just say it was never meant for the older fans.
No.
It was meant for kids.
Kids like the flashy and the poppy stuff in their face. So.
It was meant for kids. It was meant for kids. That was a given.
It was a product of its time.
Exactly. For 2010, it was meant for kids. And, but other than that, what would you rate, just what do you remember of High Five? I know you said you didn't get a chance to watch it. But
I'd probably give it a 9. I mean, just the nostalgia purpose. I mean, like, you go back and watch it, and like even if you don't really remember it all, or it gives you like that feeling of being a kid again, like just wanting to watch it. So,
and it's fun. It's funny because I do like the Mighty Morphin Minute. It does pay focus on a lot of characters and the story, and it's a nice touch to it. It's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, again, we were going to see the whole lineup of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. Nothing's up there yet. It still says, come back July 1st. It's already been past July 1st. So whoever's running the site is
August 1st will be the next one.
Yeah. Who's ever running that site really needs to work on it. If they're going to be it still says July 1st. So whoever's running Playmates, guys, you really need to put some work into that if you're going to be promoting something for Power Rangers.
Yeah, well, you see, the reason it has been updated to August 1st is because they took it extended for the July weekend.
Well, it's not. It's the thing is, it hasn't even said August 1st on it. It still says July 1st on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The reason it hasn't been updated is to August 1st is because they took an extended for the July weekend.
Maybe.
Essentially, they probably took off starting the 1st of July and said, screw it, we'll update it afterwards. That or they took off June 30th and took the entire
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But other than that, we know the toys are coming. So that's a given. We know they're coming in the fall. So
we believe they're coming.
Oh, no. I'm sure they're going to be coming.
Although there have been some people who have apparently got their hands on stuff.
There's been pictures here and there, but we'll be seeing them eventually. So guys, keep an eye out for that for the fall. That's when their planes release them. But yeah, there you go, guys. We're going to be continuing doing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reignition topic for the time being. That's pretty much all we can do right now. Plus with the Sentai, which is what we've been mainly doing. But other than that, guys, we do have some more news from Funko, which I was not expecting this. If you remember, last month was the 30th anniversary celebration of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. But we did get some new Funko Pops that is not Mighty Morphin. But it does pay homage, represent the individual character. We're getting all three of Tommy's Ranger forms. We're getting Zeo, we're getting Turbo, we're getting Black Dino Thunder Ranger.
3 non-Mighty Morphin Ranger forms.
The Tommy collection, Tommy Oliver collection, and all the links in the description, guys. If you want to get these, don't miss out on your chance. These are going to be a very popular item.
Especially Turbo Red.
Yeah,
the thing about the fact that Turbo wasn't that popular of a season, the fact that Turbo Red will probably be the more popular of the three.
Because more likely, if you think about it, a lot of people will get Turbo Red signed because Selwyn Ward.
Yes.
First black leader of the Power Rangers.
I was leaning more towards the fact that he's the first non-Mighty Morphin Ranger to have his suit represented.
Yep. No, I know, but I'm just talking about some of that. But it's cool that we're getting these. Now, guys, just to let you know, this does not mean we're going to get any other seasons of Power Rangers within Funko. I mean, it'll be great, but since this is representing Tommy's Ranger forms, this is basically what we're getting. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what do you think of this, man? I don't know if he's there. Ryan?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Rick, are you already ordering these?
No.
Are they separate or are they individual? Or are we all together?
They're separate.
Gotcha.
I mean, these aren't exclusives, so you can actually find these in stores.
They will most likely end up at Target or GameStop.
Well, or Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
We got the Funko wall, so if we saw some Mighty Morphin stuff there before, we might be seeing these at some point. So, yeah.
I can see you trying to convince people, like, when is the shipment coming so I can get one out of there and make sure that it looks good on the shelf. Wink, wink.
Oh, God.
I'm going to buy 3 of each.
Oh, dear God, dude.
Checking every time you're empty at your register, start sucker punching people.
Pops, guys, it's insane. FYE was one of the places you could have gone to.
May they rest in peace.
At the time when they had FYEs, I think did those go bankrupt or did they just only have?
The Eastgate one closed. And the last thing I'd heard that I know of is that there's one in Florence.
Yeah.
That's the closest one I know of.
They don't even have one in FYE and Kenwood anymore. I know that.
Yeah, Kenwood closed. Tri-County's been gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But believe it or not, the Suncoast, which was partnered with, it also closed in Tri-County Mall. And last time I was at Tri-County Mall, the Suncoast became a barber shop. It's like, who goes to the mall to get a haircut?
Well, I mean, there was a Regis in our mall.
There are people.
So, now, continuing the Funko news, guys, there was a talk about signing for some Power Ranger Funko Pops. I'm going to show you that video right now. So let me pull that up. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. Just got to find it. It's in here. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Now, there you guys have it. There's your guests that are going to be at the Funko Hollywood store. Amy Jo Johnston, Steve Cardenas, Paul Freeman, Karen Ashley, Johnny and Bosch. All 5 of those cast members from the movie are going to be there to sign the Funko Pops on July 17th. So, guys, definitely don't miss out on your chance to attend this. This is going to be I can tell you one thing, it's going to be a big turnout.
Yes.
I mean, especially, and not just because of Steve Cardenas, Paul Freeman. Well, Paul Freeman, he's a well-known actor. He's done a lot of other movies, too, besides Power Rangers. But Amy Jo Johnson being there, that's going to be an interesting line.
Oh, yes. That is going to get a lot of people out there.
Yeah, so guys, definitely don't miss your chance on meeting. So don't miss out on your chance on meeting these actors, guys. If you got your Funko already pre-ordered, make sure to go into that store, get it signed. And boy, there's gonna be probably a lot of people with a lot of Funko signed, and more likely gonna end up on eBay.
Oh, yes, they will.
Oof.
And the Amy Jo Johnson one will be the most expensive.
Well, I think it's a group event, so it does not cost.
No.
Oh, are you talking about when
saying
people are like selling on eBay? You mean? Okay.
Yes.
That's what you meant. All right, I get what you're putting down. So yeah, we're done with the Funko news, guys. So Rick, are you gonna eventually buy any of the other Funkos?
I will most likely end up with them one way or another.
Yeah. Ryan, what about you? I know you don't really get Funkos as much.
I mean, the movie ones look pretty cool. I thought about it.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that, and guys, this has been 30 years in the making. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. I mean, I rewatched it, and it's still awesome from this day. And I wish we got some deleted scenes. It would have been awesome to see some deleted scenes from stuff they filmed before, having to go reshoot things. So,
yes,
it would have been awesome to see the one with some of the scenes that Marisha Hargitay were in during the time when she was Dulcia.
Yes.
So yeah, but
But one thing you gotta remember is it's been 30 years. Some of that stuff probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Which, yes, it's sad, but you also gotta remember how cheap Saban was. He probably reused that the film to film other things to save money.
True. So
Nothing
now,
wrong
guys,
with saving money, but at least preserve the deleted scenes.
So now we're getting to the next topic, which is the heritage auction. Guys, remember last year they did this, auctioning off a lot of the stuff in the warehouse for Power Rangers, costumes, props, and all that stuff. They are doing another auction, and here's the date for that. So pull that up. Whoops. Did I do that? All right, let me do it again. So that will be tomorrow, the 7th of this month. Guys, if you went to that other auction, here's your chance to do another one.
Yes.
God, a lot of stuff you can own.
Oh,
You can own the Titanium Ranger with part of the visor part missing, with the little air part there, the mouth part from the legendary battle.
Yep.
Why couldn't you guys give this to the actors? They could have used these for like display pieces at their convention. They would make sure those things were safe. I can tell you right now, if they ever brought, I know that Jason Font ended up buying his spandex from the auction. He also got a mannequin for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, after all, you got to remember some of them may not fit back into their original suits.
Oh, yeah,
or the
no. I
suits
mean,
that
I'm
were used for
not saying that they would do like a photo op with them on. I mean, they've had cosplayers. They bought some.
Yeah.
Their suits from cosplayers, but
saying that because you got people that are be like, well, why aren't they using them for photos? Isn't that the whole point for getting it? It's like, yes and no. The thing is, people grow, they gain weight, they lose weight, they put on muscle, they lose muscle.
Well, also you got to look at this, that they can still use the suits, just not wearing them.
Yes.
With the picture of the actor and the suit next to them.
But you also got to remember, so last year when people said, oh, this proves Hasbro's getting rid of Power Rangers or they're not going to do Power Rangers, so you got to remember, 99% of this stuff that they're selling has literally been sitting in warehouses for decades.
Yeah.
They make these suits every time.
Yeah, and Ryan, I can tell you. Sorry, I need to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to even keep these suits. The fact that Hasbro kept them, and then Disney kept them, and then Saban kept them again. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so
there's wear and tear on some of these. It's like they should have been sold off years ago.
What was I going to say to Ryan? Ryan, so me and Rick have actually seen the suits, like PMC one year. I can't remember if they had them. I think they did. They had some of the monster suits, and they were pretty worn down.
Oh, yes.
The Goldar head was very damaged. Because
the most damaged one's Rita.
They couldn't even use it for. I know, because they couldn't even use it for Countdown.
Rita was so damaged they couldn't even use it for Countdown to Destruction.
Yep, and it's crazy. If you
that
look
was
at
only a couple years.
And I know that Brandon Mejia, he bought his Super T-Rex Dinos, his Super T-Rex charge suit part of it. They didn't give him the right helmet, but so, and he ended up with the Super T-Rex Blaster, I think it was called. I can't remember what that was called. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But it's pretty cool of what these actors were able to get. But my God, jeez. But guys, if you're interested in participating in this auction, the link is the direct link is in the description below. It starts tomorrow and might go on for quite a bit, so keep an eye out for that. So next up, our next topic is to talk about My Hero Studios, which they've done statues and also some prop replica, like authentic prop replica metal weapons. And here's the statue they did with this one. This is creepy as hell.
It's pretty badass.
Oh my God, that's creepy. And I've seen the look at these busts, these statues, and they are they're very big.
Oh, yes.
I mean, God, could you imagine? Jeez, that's so creepy. That is so creepy. Cool, but creepy. We got Lord Draken in his final form.
The fact that they included a broken Zed staff.
And his helmet or his head.
Yes.
So this one is on. I put a direct link for all the things that are in stock and pre-order for My Hero Studios on Tokullectibles. This one is available for $1,500. So $1,500.
Yes.
Payment plan is $250.
Now look at the scale of that thing, though. A 1 in 4 scale. So that is 1/4 the size of Lifeline.
Good. But that's not all. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's say, when you're sitting, it's about 5 foot tall for when you're sitting there.
Yeah.
1/4 of that for size. Yeah. That is big.
So next up, guys, we do have another statue. It's the same one, but without Rita. This one's a little bit. It includes Lord Zed's.
Well, it changes.
The red helmet's on the ground with where Lord Zed's head would be, and Zed's helmet's in his hand.
Yep.
They actually have two different.
It looks
ones,
closer too.
This is a 1/4 scale statue.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, this one is also 1/4 scale.
And this one is only $950. Still expensive.
Yes, because you're not getting the whole big sculpt of Rita.
And payment plan $150. I mean, these are awesome looking statues, but it's just so much money and so much room that would be taken up. You'd have to find a room to put it in just for that, like a big shelf for it just to fit, and you'd have to put some stuff around it.
Oh no, I'd have to win the lottery so I can have an entire display room.
Rick, if you had your own place and you had your own display room, would you buy this?
Definitely.
Ryan, you had your own display room. Would you put down the money?
If I had the money, yeah.
I mean, your kids don't need to go to college, right?
I mean, if they really want to and they want to, have that, but yeah.
Hey, if they try to become a doctor or a lawyer, yes. If they want to become an electrician, they're
trade
school.
Mm-hmm.
They are much cheaper. Lack of debt. Oh yes.
But yeah, guys, if you guys are into these kind of things, it's available on Tokullectibles. Don't miss out on your chance to order these.
I do like, compared to what Hasbro had with this kind of figure, sort of, with version 3, I do like the addition of
Ninja Storm Blue and Dino Thunder White. I think that's the one that's over there between.
Yep.
I do like the addition of those, so it's not just the Mighty Morphin team.
Go back to the other one with the Rita, please.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go back.
It looks like it's spaced out a little bit more. Honestly.
Oh yeah, they do have Lord Zed on the bottom. Okay, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the estimate shipping is April of next year. Let me see about the other one. I think it's the same. Nope, actually February. This one is early. The one after the Rita one will be estimated shipping in February of next year. So there you go. Anyway,
So
go on.
it takes an extra couple months to pull the Rita off.
Mm-hmm.
They have to do a few extra seances.
I gotta say though, My Hero Studios does a great job on these statues. They've also done a lot of stuff with Marvel. I know they've done some with DC as well, like Hulk and Superman. It's very cool. I like the designs of these.
Oh yes.
I know Jason A. Frank at one point he did buy the Lord Draken statue. I think he did. I don't know if he bought it or they gifted it to him. That's a really generous gift.
Well,
a very generous gift.
The thing is, you also got to remember, it might cost $1,500 for us to buy the statue. That doesn't mean it costs them $1,500 to produce the statue. To produce a statue that size, depending on where it was made, could range anywhere from about $200 to $900.
Right.
Whether it was made here in the U.S., if it was made in Canada, if it was made in China, Vietnam, South Korea, because, well, the value of their currency.
Right. So now we are going to move on to the next topic, guys. As you know, last month was the final year for Ranger Stop and PopCon, which is sad, being the last one. But wait a minute. There's something that we're going to be announced. That's been announced. That's right, guys. Ranger Stop and PopCon is still continuing next year.
Rick was right.
Well, no, you said that it would probably come back at some point.
And it did.
Yeah, but you didn't say it was going to be But here's some other news.
I said at some point. Next year is still some point.
Yep. But here's someone who's going to be running it. So let's go ahead and let me remove this, and then we'll show that video of the individual that will be running Ranger Stop and PopCon.
This video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop.
Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holly here. 2025 in Atlanta, and we're at the very end of the convention, and I got a chance to meet Mr. Brett. Now, please introduce yourself. What are the changes like?
So we don't know what the changes are yet. The company that I part owner in that work for is an organizers group. We do lots of events. Toylanta, Joelana, you may have heard of them. I don't know, but they're both fantastic shows. I've got some friends that are Power Rangers, and we figured this made sense. They can no longer do it, and I'm saying, hey, I'm here to help. And as an organizer, I got the skill set, and we're going to, see what the future holds.
Nice.
And we'll give a lot more information followed up on RST Web.
Right, on the Ranger Stop and Pop channel. We'll, keep you guys updated on what's going on. But, and stay tuned for all the interviews with all your favorite Rangers from this weekend. And we will see what's next.
Good journey.
You heard it here.
So the guy Brett, the owner and that runs Toylanta and Joelana shows, is going to be taken over for Ranger Stop and PopCon. So, I mean, that's great. they were able to find somebody to, because I know that apparently what I read was Karen, Makia, and Mikey were trying to find somebody to purchase this, and they got lucky. They got lucky for somebody to purchase this, and that's some great news. I mean, Ranger Stop and PopCon have been really popular. So Ryan, what do you think of this, man?
Yeah, that's pretty cool that they were able to get someone to take it over and they continue it.
Yep. Rick?
You knew it was going to happen.
I mean, I didn't know this. Honestly, I didn't know this was going to happen so soon. I mean,
Yeah, no, the speed of which was quick, but it makes sense. You sell it while it's still in people's minds. They get the most out of it.
and the thing is, we were both talking. I mean, all of us were talking about this. We thought that. I mean, Rick thought maybe they would take many years off and then possibly try to bring it back again, like you said. But it's good. It's going to be in somebody else's hands, and that gives a chance for, which is our next topic, for Mikey to do some more work with Ranger Stop, which is this year. It's the 10th year of Ranger Stop, guys. This has been going on for 10 years. That's awesome. It's November 14th and the 16th. It's going to be at the Doubletree by Hilton Orlando, SeaWorld. So guys, if you want to get your tickets now, don't miss out on your chance. But that's not all that you're going to be. So they also do something called it's also called Ranger Stop and Turtle Stop as well, because they have had some voiceover cast members from Ninja Turtles, because they had that last time we were there, didn't they, Rick?
Yep.
That was in 2013. No, not 2000. Sorry, 2000. Sorry, 2023. Oh God, I'm going way too back. But
That was when we were.
But Rick, I think you might like this one. I mean, everybody's gonna like this. I think this is pretty cool. They're collabing with Toku Spirits. So not only are you going to see Power Ranger guests, you'll be seeing some Super Sentai Tokusatsu guests.
Yep.
And speaking of which, they did announce a Super Sentai actress that's going to be there in November.
Uh-huh.
Ginga Pink. Is that what her character's name was? Ginga Pink? Ginga Pink? Yep. She is going to be there. Sponsored by the show. This show is sponsored by Tokullectibles. Can't go wrong with that. And this is being brought to you by Toku Spirits. She will be there during that weekend. Guys, make sure you save your money up if you want to join on this celebration. Also, we got some more guests. We've got Holly Shannon, Camille, and Lily from Camille from Jungle Fury and Lily from Power Rangers Mystic Force. She will be sponsored by Once a Ranger, Always a Ranger. She will be there that weekend. Definitely don't miss out to meet her. But I mean, how can you have a Jungle Fury cast member without Daishi himself and Jared? Oh God, I cannot pronounce his name. How do you pronounce his name? Betty Skinner? The guy that played Jared. There you go. Bead. I'm not gonna put you. He will be there that weekend too. And then also a Jungle Fury Ranger herself.
Skinner.
Oh, Jesus.
Seymour!
I'm sorry.
And another Jungle Fury Ranger will be there. Anna Hutchins. Which every time I go to PMC, I always miss my chance to get a picture with her or an autograph. Every time. Because she's either at a panel or either at a photo op or she's taking a break So I missed my opportunity to get to meet her. I mean, I've met her plenty of times, but I never got a chance to get a picture or an autograph from her. If she's going to be at PMC next year, I am going to be standing in that line. I don't care how long she's going to be. I'm like, I'm not coming back. No, I'm standing right here. I'm going to be first in line when she gets here. Oh, God. Oh, man. You know what? My mission is to get an autograph and a picture with her. I'm not going to miss my chance. Yeah, she's going to be there. Guys, also, there's going to be some more guests that have been announced. And I'm surprised they announced that many guests for Rangers this month. Yeah, it's on not mine. That's Ryan's side. I don't know.
That was my phone. My bad.
It's all right.
No,
it's Amy Roll, Trakina herself. She will be there that weekend. And sometimes she actually dresses up as Trakina. I don't know if that's her actual suit or somebody made that for her, but still, she dresses up as Trakina for her photo op. So, guys, don't miss out your chance on meeting her. And then you've got RPM, Ranger Black, Dylan, Dan Ewan. He is going to be there that weekend. Definitely stop by and get an autograph and get a picture and talk about some awesome stories behind the scenes of RPM. I met him. He was a good guy. He was really cool with me.
I still wish they went with what Bird was going to be the original ending of RPM.
So
which actually would have led to him fighting the Rangers because he would have been Vengeance.
Wow. So these announcements, guys. Ranger Stop and PopCon continuing in 2026. Ranger Stop this year. All the guests that they've announced so far. What do you think, Ryan?
Awesome.
Rick, what about you, man?
Yeah.
Considering they're actually collabing with Toku Spirits. That's pretty cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
But guys, if you want to get your tickets now, the direct link is in the description below. Definitely don't miss out on your chance. I know the hotels are booking right now. I think they're doing a group rate for that. So guys, that way you can stay on the property. And yeah, when me and Rick went back in 2023, that was a good place to go to stay.
Oh, yes.
It was very convenient. We didn't have to worry about really leaving to go anywhere else.
Well, we did. We ended up going to the McDonald's that was nearby.
No, that was in 2019. Now this one we actually went to Subway the last night, but we ended up eating at that convenience store that was on the resort. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I thought this was the year when we went to the McDonald's and you got the meat pizza.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I mean, Ryan, I think we talked about this with you, but it was funny because when I can tell you at the end of this episode because we got to continue this on. We got some news for PMC 2026. Let's get to that next. This is the sponsorship membership. So, guys, if you're sponsoring a actor, here's what you'll be getting in that sponsorship membership: full weekend pass from all. You'll get a Power Ranger badge and lanyard, a special acrylic engraved sponsor badge, early registration pickup on the 27th, early entry inside the exhibit hall, which is like on Friday the 4th.
And so basically, you get all the perks of entering early and everything.
Yep. And then you'll be able to go to the VIP meet and greet Friday night. Reserve seating, early entry at the deluxe panels, all the good swag bags and all that stuff. Field trip tickets for sponsors and up to 2 guests. Private meet and greet with the sponsored guests will be included, like autographs and all that stuff. Your name will be featured on the guest promo as sponsored by. So, guys, if you're interested in doing that, this is the platinum sponsorship that they do for Power Morphicon. Again, a direct link in the description. Definitely, if you want to spend over $1,000 and something on that, go right ahead. It's pretty pricey, but hey.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I stick with. That's why I decided to stick with the Gold Ranger VIP. Still waiting to see if when they start going on sale for the VIP meet and greet, because I plan on getting the tickets for me and Rick for that, and the gold breakfast. And then hopefully, maybe whenever we figure this all out, we'll go to the field trip this time. Because that'd be awesome.
First, we have to get there.
Oh yeah, we got to work on a lot of stuff. But anyway, with that said, guys, that's it of our episode this week. So yeah, good episode rates. Some good news we've announced here and discussed. Our next episode, I do plan on doing in August. So hopefully we get some more and more news as it goes along. But yeah, Rick, what would you like to say before we sign off?
As always, support your local comic book shop, support your local small businesses.
And Ryan, what about you?
Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Try to stay positive.
All right. So guys, if you would go ahead and mute your mics, I'm going to go ahead and do my outro. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of LR4, episode 225. The Frozen Prince arrives. We had a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm glad you guys, whoever was watching this, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch this episode, you can go back and watch it. These episodes are always recorded, and it's always available on our YouTube channel. As I said before, I mentioned this in my Facebook Lives, that we will be doing a LR4 Morphin Mystery Box contest, which will be early fall this year. So keep an eye out for that. We're still working on some of the trivia questions. I'm gonna discuss with Ryan and Rick, so we can figure out what the trivia questions are going to be and all that stuff. It's only going to be 5 trivia questions. It makes it a lot easier. But yeah, again, big shout out to our condolences to TJ Roberts' family, losing him, and it's a shame. It would have been great to meet him in person. But anyway, guys, make sure you guys like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And it's morphin' time. Legends never die. Have a good night, everybody. Later, guys.
Have fun.
Later. Here's a look
Remember,
at
don't stay up past your bedtime. I'm up past mine.
And here's a look at our next episode. Round 3. Go Samurai. See you then, guys.
Oh, yes. That's going to be fun.